So hello there and welcome to a new episode of Afterthoughts. My name is Wim Winters and tonight I've recorded three Inventions by Bach. We did three others, but that's for another episode. Number 7, 8 and 9. And we started with the one in E minor. So for those of you who haven't seen the previous episodes about the inventions, I will link them in the description box and in this video. You might want to check it out. We're talking there about ornamentation, the different manuscripts and the added ornamentation of the latest manuscript in the 1740s, and the fact that maybe these ornaments they could be from Bach or not. We don't know, and for me I think, as Neumann writes, but you have to listen if you want to know more about that to the previous episode, but to me what Neumann in his book about ornamentation writes, I think is very right in saying that the 1720 score, which is very sober on ornamentation, needs to be elaborated a little bit, but you can add own ornaments. However, all in once, these ornaments of the 1740 source are very difficult to play on the clavichord, I think, on any keyboard instrument. They're kind of theoretical, so I just leave them out sometimes. Sometimes I play them and sometimes I add my own ornaments. So the inventions, it's not easy. Music is pure polyphony, pure independence of the both hands, and it's good exercises. So let's jump right away into this music and just talk about some elements. So in the matter of polyphonics playing, and certainly in two-voiced pieces, the independence comes when both hands act independently, and that might sound, very obvious, but in reality it's difficult. Just to start with this first octave jump in the bass. Of course, the lowest note is the weakest, is the result of the first. So you release the hand out of the key, you make a movement towards the lower E to bring over the energy. If you don't make this movement, it's difficult to suggest. Just make the movement, always think in circles. But the hand goes up out of the key, but on that moment the right hand starts with the theme. So the left hand has just the beginning. But if you, of course, there is a little accent on the B, since that's the beginning of the theme. But if the left hand is not going up at the same time where the right hand is going down, it sounds rather strange. And that strange is not the right word. You skip a little bit of the three-dimensionality. We've spoken about that on previous episodes. Listen to what happens if I just release the lower E and I just give the entrance of the theme the right accent. Again, then it shifts. Here's an added ornament. It's always. So about that in a minute. So the octaves are very important. They return throughout the whole piece. So yeah, you need to play them all the same. Also here, you articulate because you phrase that because you start again the original theme. So but you phrase in the right hand, but you don't in the left hand. So the left hand is just connected together with, again, this circle movement, the hand movement. But in the right hand, there's just a gap. And then the accent on the B. But in the left hand, of course, no accents on the lower E. So, and I make just an articulation here in the left hand. Choose not to do, but in this sentence downwards, both hands are singing, so to say, parallel. It gives a little bit differentiation. And bounce. Long trill, don't play it as fast as I do. If you feel that you feel better with a little bit of, you just have to find your own rhythm, and that changes with me also from day to day. But in the left hand, you should try to make some, I would say, to make the ornaments or to make the themes clear. That's difficult. So not to play this just but to enhance the different parts, it's not a sentence, it's just a Baroque figure, that's the word. Accentuation and a little bit rest on the important note. Remember what Beethoven writes in Kramer Etudes. It's just the same. It's about long, heavy and light notes. Then the right hand takes over again. Difficult to octave in the left hand. So you can make the right hand notes long. Here you have the eighth note, the dotted 8th note with the 16th. You can play. You make the right hand a little bit less important. If you just phrase a little bit, listen what happens. And really there's kind of, I call it three-dimensionality. You feel depth, I hope you hear it. So that's also here, when you have this long sentence in the left hand. The right hand is less important than the left hand, so it's only so actually giving chords, but the lower notes I just hold them. That's beautiful. It gives lines, and then with the long B, I just make a trill out of it. And also in the right hand, divide the ornaments and the smaller figures, not too much, so not to disconnect with the complete sentence, but just a little bit, and then you get kind of a relief. I just speed up the trill and at the end, just to come on the heavy note. Okay, so incredible piece. Invention number 8. I can imagine a little bit faster tempo, but I just like it. And on the clavichord, what's so nice is that you can give the accents. And what makes it difficult is that if you start like that, you have to do it in every figure the same. So there's a right hand. But again, at the same time. And the timing, motorically spoken, is difficult. I mean, you just have to release the key a little bit faster to have this tone. And certainly in the tenor voice, because the instrument makes a lot of sound there, and it's... So you have to go a little bit deeper in the key, at the same time release the short notes a little bit faster than in the right hand. And when you do it a little bit too early, a little bit too late, the rhythmical feeling has gone completely. I mean, it has to be jump. And it's very difficult. And don't hurry in this. It feels great when you just play it in the metrical feeling. Great on the clavichord that you can, like on the piano, play loud and soft. So you make use of that here, of course. Just with the repetition, I like it like that. And then number 9, F minor. I have chosen to play it in a kind of quarter-like feeling. So I have played it slower as well. It gives a different result. In the slower version, it is really high dramatic. In the quarter note version, as I played it, it is dramatic, but in the kind of it's not in a hurry, but it's restless, more restless, and maybe it works. It works both tempi, but in the quarter-like version. It gets a little bit more complicated as a listener, I think, because many things happen just constantly, swifting from left to right. So this exclamatio comes, of course, in the left hand in the second. At the same time, the left hand starts with this. Independent. constantly articulation, phrasing in the left hand, not in the right hand, then in the right hand, not in the left hand, giving accent on a note in the right hand, but not in the left hand, and constantly shifting, and that makes it difficult, but makes it great also. If you manage to play the notes very well, then you can leave that a little bit on the background and just free your mind for the two voice separation, and it gives great feeling. I mean, if you play the three voice piece like these sinfonias, you lose that feel of freedom a little bit. So that makes the Inventions really, really great music, not only to listen but also to play it. Difficult but very rewarding. Okay, we rushed a little bit through these three pieces. I hope you find something useful for you, and if not, if I have not addressed all the issues you should feel free to ask me in the description box. I'll read it and I'll address it later. So thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing to the channel, and we see each other very soon again. Bye.